Hello, may I please speak to Ms. Christian, please?
Yes, how may I help you?
For I am from the hospital, and I am here to tell you that you have an appointment on December 31st, New Year's Eve, 8:30 a.m. for a colonoscopy.
Okay, thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, my name is Christian, and I would like to share with you something that it has taken me some time to learn as a person with chronic illness, and that is how to prepare for medical procedures and how do I also prepare for, in a specific, a colonoscopy. Yay! As a mom and as a person with chronic illness, I have learned to be flexible. So you can receive a phone call, a message, a letter in the mail letting you know that you have an appointment and you have to kind of rearrange all your plans. When you're working, you had to ask for time off, and if you are at home, you had to rearrange your plans. But if you're homeschooling, you have to rearrange everybody's plans as well. I want to share with you my experience doing this. As an example, I'm gonna use, can you guess what kind of testing I'm having? I'm gonna use the example of the colonoscopy that I am going to have on December 31st of this year. So that means that I'm gonna end up the year with a bang. Totally. That's gonna be an interesting way to end the year, to flush out all the bad and make a space for something new. When it comes to homeschooling, I have learned to be flexible. Do we have a schedule? No, we don't. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. We do not have a schedule. We have what works in this house, which is a routine. Our routine is always the same. It doesn't happen the same way every day. You're not gonna find us at 8 o'clock every single day having breakfast, because honestly, who am I kidding? It's not gonna happen. And especially if I have lots of medical appointments, like this year we had in October, November, and December, appointment after appointment, and it is just hard to homeschool and have a rhythm. So we are flexible. We are open to bringing our work with us wherever we go. We are open to just drop the work if needed, because I need to be on the couch resting. I mean, after you get a couple of testing, like a stress test, man, you totally feel like somebody gave you a beating. So there are days that I just had to call off whatever we are learning and take the day off so I can recover, and the next day we pick up where we left. So we don't per se have a schedule that says we're going to be learning this, and this day. I have a very flexible routine and a very flexible calendar that I just keep writing everything in pencil. So if we didn't accomplish it this day, I'll just move it to the next one. Sometimes I do it with post-its, so I don't even have to be rewriting things. I just move it to the next day, and so on. And we try to just pick up from where we left, and that makes things way easier. If you have a child like my little sunshine Lorraine, who loves to be talking about what is going to happen, that's okay. That is their way to process events. That is the way that they are focusing on what is going to happen, and it helps them with their anxiety to just talk about it. But instead of going in the same circle, you can help them redirect by making them part of the planning. For example, Lorraine really likes the Holderness family, another YouTube family, and there is a video where Kim goes to a colonoscopy because she has a family history of colon cancer. So she right away remembered about that video and sent me the link. Another thing that she did is, when I was doing my shopping list of what I need to do for the colonoscopy, she went with me to the store and she helped me pick out everything that we bought. And she also helped me check out everything in the store. So it was also win-win, because I had help and she developed some learning skills. She'll also be eating some of the food that I will be eating. That is such a gesture of solidarity that I really appreciate for my Lorraine. So I chose a couple of the things that we have here to learn about the human body. We are going to be doing human body trivia, focus on the digestive system. Lorraine loves trivia. Also, I have a hilarious board game called Fart. Fast, flatulence, and fun. But I can't wait to have fun with this one, especially because it's so closely related to colonoscopy. I can't wait to play with them. And also we had this scabs and guts game, which is a lot of fun. It teaches you about the human body and it makes you do silly fun things. We can also take a look at the human body and talk about the digestive system, which is somewhere here. There it is. We can talk about the digestive system and why do they need to do what they need to do to find out what is wrong with my digestive system, who is acting up and doing whatever it wants, not what it should. Also, we have puzzles. She loves puzzles. And I mean, if you have the time to, who doesn't love puzzles? So there is a digestive system puzzle. And it pretty much explains about how the food goes in our body and out the chute. Just for the sake of things, to have lots and lots of fun, we got Operation. And this one, if you have played before with anybody, you had to take out the items out of the guy on the gurney, and you had to do it without the little light in the nose blinking and going beep. So it's pretty much relatable to going to the hospital. So playing games and talking about it and making them part of your planning or preparation can help them ease the stress and anxiety of having mom going to the hospital. I think that as a child, that would have helped me so much. The extent of my involvement when I was a child and my mom was at the hospital is, your mom is sick, you're not going to see her for 2 or 3 days, you're going to stay at this person's house. Which as a child was very traumatic, very scary, very stressful. I couldn't focus on school. I was very worried about my mom because nobody was really telling me what was going on. So I have made a point to be very open with my kids, especially since I have had a chronic illness like since forever. I mean, I was born special. Let's just leave it that way. They have to know that there are going to be times that we're going to be sitting for hours at the doctor, that you know, and my kids know this by heart already. You know what time you are supposed to be at the doctor's office, but you never know what time you're leaving the doctor's office. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Just leave plenty of space afterwards because you never know when you're leaving. So be open with your kids, be prepared for whatever medical procedure you have, whatever is going to need to be done that you can include in depending on their age. It's good that they can help you out. If you're going for an MRI, if you're going for an X-ray, if you're going to colonoscopy, there are also videos in YouTube if you don't feel kind of comfortable talking about it. For example, we have also made some videos about the human body, activities like crafts or experiments that you can replicate at home. Operation Ouch. That is a resource that we constantly use when we're learning about the human body. Operation Ouch helps you learn about the human body in a hospital setting, in a laboratory setting. They have content in their videos that is more specific to the hospital. So they will interview kids who have gone, I don't know, they have celiac disease or any other disability or illness, and they follow up with their treatment. These help kids to process that it's okay that the human body is not working the way it should, and there is help, and there is something to do to make it better or to at least keep it going. And instead of getting scared because they don't know what is happening, there is a complete communication blackout that causes a lot of stress and even psychological damage to the kid. So that's why I thought that it would be a great idea to have a homeschooling video about it, because we began homeschooling. It was easier to bring them with me or as a friend to stay with them, either at homeschool co-op or to stay with them at home, but they knew where I was going, how long it might take. We talk about perhaps mom is just gonna get an MRI, or mom is just gonna get this kind of test. So they knew where I was going instead of being so stressed out. Homeschooling provides you this awesome flexibility that you can just rearrange your plans, unless of course you have soccer and you have, I don't know, piano and hockey and 3,000 other things. Then that makes it a little bit complicated to rearrange things. But the homeschool community is really, really nice. And you can ask some of your friends, hey, would you mind? You guys are learning more about the same. Would you mind just having them for a couple of hours? Or if you have a very, very nice neighbor or family member who can help you out, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't mind if you have some independent work that the kids can do, just to look at, just to keep an eye on the kids while they do their independent work. If your kids, like my little sunshine, like support, one-on-one support when they're doing their work and they cannot focus because there are just anxious that you are not at home with them, because you are at a hospital or because you are at a doctor's appointment, it is very hard to focus. I get it. I've been there. I done that. It is nearly impossible to focus on doing math or English or science when your mind is my mom is gonna be okay? Is she gonna be okay? Is she gonna come home? What are we gonna do? It is very hard to focus. So if you can just let go that day, that's fine. If you can just leave behind some easy work that they don't have to really focus, or some games that they can do while you are away, or some documentary that they can watch, something easy if you don't completely want to stop the homeschooling work. That way things will work out much better for them, because they'll be able to learn even though they're not actually working on the textbook or the workbook. You will be less stressed out of having, oh my goodness, I still need to leave them their workbooks and I had to put the page they're going to supposed to be working out, and what about if they didn't understood this when the neighbor had explained it to them, and so on. I've been there, done that, not doing it again. Just do what it works for you and your family. Just take what you can use and just adapt it to yourself, which is much, much better than trying to copy everybody else. So if you have any other coping mechanisms for when you go to a medical appointment, I look forward to hear them. I would really, really want to know, what do you do? How do you make your medical procedures work out for you? Especially if you have a chronic illness, you constantly deal with that. Like I said, the last 2 months, it has been appointment after appointment after appointment. The kids have read books while we're in there. We have talked about it on the way car. We have watched videos. There is always an opportunity to learn. It doesn't always happen with books and textbooks and workbooks. There are so many other ways. And like I said, Lorraine got also opportunity to do some life skills like buying groceries at the store, checking out the groceries at the store. Those are life skills that she will need for when she becomes independent. Well, I am not in service because I'm gonna be very sedated because of the colonoscopy. They will have to warm up their food. So those are other independent skills that they'll have to put into action that we have been working on for the last couple of years, which is they're gonna be cooking, like Lorraine can make her own eggs by herself and eat them, which she loves to eat them with ketchup. Another thing that Max is gonna help me with, he's gonna be reheating food for them to eat, because I won't be able to eat for a couple of hours, as a big brother, and help me to warm up food, keep an eye that the house doesn't catch on fire, maybe choosing the movies they're gonna be watching, keeping Lorraine entertained, you name it. He's gonna have to step up. But these are not just skills that are overnight learned. These are skills that we have been working towards, because number one, they will need them in life. But number two, the fact is that I have a chronic illness. I have good days and not so great days. So we had to be flexible on how we work things out and what is the best way to make things happen for us. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Please, please, please share if you think this was useful. Please share. I will really appreciate it because it is because of you that we are doing this, and it is for you as well. If you have any questions, I may not have all the answers, but we can work to find out. So leave them in the comments below. If you have another way that you plan or prepare yourself for a medical procedure, let me know. If you have an idea that could be revolutionary to make things easier for when you're homeschooling and you had to be going to medical procedures like a stress test, like colonoscopies, like endoscopies, like, I don't know, there is like 1,000 of them. Just let us know down in the comments, and we're always learning, and this is a community, so I want to learn from you as much as I'm sharing my experience. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Okrafab.
So, if you'd like to see more videos, click here. And if you'd like to see other stuff, click here. And please, smash, destroy that subscribe button right there. Bye!